that's right, guys. Today on Chris Felix, we got some blues stuff going on, all right? So if you want to get your lead playing a little more bluesy and stuff, number one thing that you want to know first, right, is if, I'm assuming you already got your pentatonic scales down. But what you want, if you don't, I got them tabbed out here. You want your your minor scale, right? Your regular 5/8, 5/7, 5/7, 5/7, 5/8, 5/8. That's your A minor, right? And then your A major scale, which is also tabbed out here, which would be 4/5/4/7. I'm sorry, 5/7/4/7 4/7 4/6 5/7 5/7. All right, and then you see I should also have a tab there where it shows you the two of them overlaid over each other, where there'll be the notes from all of them. So it'd be like 5/7/8 4/5/7 4/5/7 4/6/7 5/7/8 5/7/8, right? Right, and that's got elements of both the major and the minor in it. So what we want to do is, instead of being just using one or the other, is overlay them, right? So I got a lick there that is one way of showing you how to do this, right? So you'd start on the 7th fret here on A, so that's cool. And then we're going to go to the major kind of pentatonic, borrow some notes from there, 4, 6, and then we go to 7, right, from our minor pentatonic, and then we go down to this note, which is in both, right, on the 5th fret, and then 7, which is in the major pentatonic. This would be like your major 6, and then we're going to your flat 7, right, which is, you don't have to know these intervals yet to do this. It's more important to understand the concept of them overlaying, but if you do already, that's great. So you got, 5/7/8, and then we'll go 5/7, and then we're going to bend that 7 up a whole step to this, not the note of this 9th fret, right, which should be D flat. But so we're going. So you can just bend it up and release it from there and do that little run. And then pretend you're back in minor pentatonic. And then go major. Right? So you can put the two of them together using both the notes, and I urge you to mess with it on your own, and you'll see which sounds, better over which. And then I'll have the next lesson will be probably which chords to use them over in the 1, 4, 5. Which scales and degrees are better over, but that's more advanced. But so for now, you just got 7, right? Bending up that 9. Right, that's in the major, right? And then we're going now to the 8th fret, right? Which from the minor pentatonic on the bottom here, right? So, and then we're bending up the 8 above that, because that just bends up to an A. And then we'll go down, right? And then it's kind of like a major pentatonic here, right? And then we're going to go down 1, 2, 3. Now on the tab, I couldn't put the 7 after this 5/6 hammer on because it wouldn't fit on the screen otherwise. So, just pretend that it's not supposed to be at the same time. You could do that, but I really want it to be like that. So it should have been like all together. Right, something like that, It doesn't have to be exactly what I just played. It's more important to follow the tab that I put there. And that's just a great example of putting the major and minor scale over top of each other and using them, in a great blues way. Now, another one to use, I'm going to show you, comes from this band that really likes copyright striking, so I can't really say much about it, but they got a great song that takes people on a highway to hell, right? And that solo is a great one to learn, because that does the same exact thing. He starts it in A minor, and then goes to A major. Now I'm adding stuff right too, but that's it. 3 open, then I'm hitting that 2 on the A, right? So that's an A, 2nd fret on the G string, A. So that's 2 open on D, 3 open on A, and then going to 2 on G, right? And then bending up 4 and then 5 here on the high E and B string, right? Because you can think of this also in F minor and then A major over top, right? But also think that you have this shape here as well, right? So you want to mix the 2 shapes together, but when you're going, you think you're going between major mode and minor mode, right? You know, and go between the 2 scales at first, and the more you practice it, the better you'll get at it, right? So if you got the you know, the major one here, you know, and you're in major mode, then you can go right back to that F sharp minor, or what looks like F sharp minor, but it's really A major. Because what you want to do is focus on the A's in that scale instead of the F sharps, right? Where normally you would say, all right, if you're in pentatonic, F sharp minor, use the F sharps as your roots, you know, as your home base, like to come back to, right? So this is opposite. This is going to be doing with the A's is going to be your root with that scale. So it'd be, you know, A here, the 5th fret, 2nd fret, and then the 5th fret here. And then also if it's here, then 5 frets up on the next string, it's also there. So that would be right here is another A. So you can mix these. Yep, that right there, that's another just major minor 3rd flash. Just right like here. And it's good to know where all those are because that gives you the classic blues kind of sound, right? And then, yeah, that's pretty much just what I wanted to show you guys today. And hopefully, you know, let me know in the comments if this is too much at once or not, because it can be kind of tricky and confusing if you don't know what to do with it. But learn that Highway to Hell solo by AC/DC and check out the tabs I have here for that lick, and that'll be great too, because you can also use that lick, say, way up here. Right, if you got A minor right here, or A major, right, we did that last week, doing groups of 5, right, so that's where the A is right here in the F sharp minor looking scale. Right, and then we can go right up. And that's anytime on the B, when you're in that pentatonic scale here, this is the flat 7. So you bend that up the whole step, and that's A, right? That's your root, right? So that's where your A is, like I was saying before. But all right, I hope you guys have a good week, and you can get used to shredding some heavy metal blues with me. and we'll take it from there. And thanks a lot for subscribing, everybody. And yeah, share it and let the word out. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.